And when it comes to introducing our dogs to vehicles, we talked about kind of neutralizing them with the environment, and that includes vehicles and people and children and everything. But there's also riding in vehicles. We have some dogs that have a difficult time getting in vehicles. Maybe it's been a scary experience, or they're not sure what to expect. So what I'll typically do if I have a dog that's uncomfortable around cars is I find that area where the dog is comfortable. So I might walk the dog. If my dog gets uncomfortable when I get to the door of the car, that's where I start. And same thing, I just neutralize the dog. We walk to the car, I feed him, we walk away. We walk to the car, I feed him, we walk away. I get him to the point where I can open the door, jump in the car, he gets fed, he comes out. Just kind of like what we were talking about in crate training. As he gets in the car, good things happen. He comes out of the car, it's nothing. Gets in the car, good things happen. He comes out of the car, nothing. I do prefer, and I recommend, if your dog is riding in your car, to either have a crate in your car for your dog to ride in, or a dog seat belt. A lot of people don't realize this, but when they do get into like a car accident or something like that, those dogs, they become projectiles, and they can hurt themselves really bad. They can hurt other people in the cars. They can get loose and out of the cars and get hit by another car. So I like to make sure that the dog is riding safely in the car, and a lot of times that can make the dog a little more comfortable too. So for me personally, I use a crate, mainly because if something does happen, if I'm trapped in a car or paramedics have to get me, I don't want my dog to try to protect me in the car. My dog's going to be in a crate, and ideally they can get the dog in the crate out of the car. But that's just some of the stuff to think about if you do travel with your pet, and your dog is going to be riding in the car. You do have to go to vet appointments and things like that. So it is important that they get comfortable in there. You don't want a dog that's jumping across your lap trying to bark at a motorcycle or something like that. So just make sure that we introduce them to the car and get them comfortable with it. Some dogs have motion sickness, and some dogs can grow out of that. Some dogs, if you talk to your vet, they can medicate the dog for that. We found that the Thunder shirts work really well for a lot of those dogs that get car sick pretty easy. And so if you are, we have people, they adopted a dog and now they're bringing the dog down to training class, but every time they bring the dog into the car, the dog gets sick and throws up on the way to class, and then the dog gets sick and throws up on the way home. And so those, we've noticed that a lot of times putting a dog in a crate in the car or wearing the Thunder shirts can really help out a lot.